Technology is not just a tool. It can give learners a voice that they may not have had before. George Curious. Hello everyone. Myself, NPM Hasmina Fatima from Central University of Karnataka. I am doing my Masters in Psychology. So today we are going to discuss a topic that is regarding etiquette in communication and technology. As we know that for various forms of communication, we are using different types of technologies. As today in this video, we are going to discuss about pager, ditto, LoRa, and also serial communication technologies, mobile phone etiquettes, and also the etiquettes for the shared laptops and shared computers, etc. So watch the video till the end for more information. And also, let me begin with what is etiquette. As we know that staring into someone's eyes and also peeping into someone's mobile phone is a violation of etiquette. So it's not a part of professionalism. So we have to follow certain kinds of etiquettes in our daily life. So otherwise it will make a bad impression on ourselves. There are certain kinds of communication technologies that we are used to communicate with another person. So if we are not allowing or if we are not following certain kinds of etiquettes, it will make a bad impression on ourselves, especially in a office manners or in a office settings. So if you are not following certain kinds of etiquette while you are transferring certain messages or using if you are not following certain kinds of etiquettes while you are using different types of technologies, it will make a various and dangerous forms of violations. So watch the video. We will discuss certain kinds of difficulties through the video, and different forms of technologies also help us to transfer our informations as soon as possible, and also it is bridges the gap between this time and place, and also it will help us to transfer information as soon as possible. Then next, let me talk about what all are the various communication technologies that we are used to. One is pager. Pager is also known as beeper. It's a wireless communication technology. It receives messages and displays alphanumeric or voice messages. There are one-way pager and also the two-way pager. In one-way pager, we are receiving the messages, and in two-way pager, you can both receive and reply back to those messages. And also, it is have the more broadcast power than the mobile phones. There are the Bluetooth pagers. Which is, it's an unconnected Bluetooth device, must periodically enter the page scan state. In this state, the device activates and receives and it also receives its master device. And there are certain kinds of etiquettes that we have to follow while we using these kinds of one-way, two-way and Bluetooth pagers. The first one is we have to write the message as much as small, because we are in pager, we are trying to convey a message especially in emergency situations. So you have to short what you are writing in the what you are paging. And also you have to mention your name, role, and also the location of the paging. And also it indicates the urgency. So the unique and important things about the pager is that in many situations, physicians use this device for the surgeries through the robotic control. So the pager is one of the very important device that we have already used in the past days. Nowadays also some people are still using this. It's a backup communication also. And the next one is ditto. Ditto is also known as a modern life pager. It's a wearable and it's just look like a cloth pin. So you can carry this ditto device wherever you want, especially on your clothes or in your pockets or on your wristbands and also in your watches. So it is the purpose of the ditto is to free people from the mobile phone. So as we know that some persons, especially business persons, are really worried about their mobile phones. So you don't want to worry about your mobile phone or you are getting the messages, the ditto will worry about it. So you can customize the vibration also. Like if you are getting any messages through your mobile phones, the ditto will know you through the vibrations. So there is a vibration will occur in your device, like the ditto, if you are getting any messages or the phone calls on your personal device, like especially in your mobile phone. In Ditto, you can also add contacts. If you are getting any phone calls or messages to your mobile phone, definitely the Ditto will know you through the vibration. So it's a kind of device that is using or working through the electronic tethering. There is no battery, no switches, no lights, and if you are about to leave your mobile phones, the Ditto will know you. And also while using this Ditto, you have to follow certain kinds of etiquettes. That is, if you are speaking to someone else, especially if you are talking or you are in a meeting with your boss, if the vibration will come, it will definitely make a kind of uncomfortable feeling for the other person. And also I have already mentioned that you can keep this pin, I mean the Ditto, it's just look like a cloth pin wherever you want, like if it is in your dress or in your pocket. If there is what will happen all of a sudden, if you are getting a vibration tone when you are speaking with someone else, it definitely make a kind of awkward feeling for the other person. So always careful about certain kinds of situations, and also be really careful about one more thing. The Ditto is a very small and tiny and fancy look like device. So you have to, if you are leave or about to leave the Ditto anywhere else, it find it very difficult to find out the thing, because it's very small and lean. So there is no other options to find it out. So if you are losing or leaving the Ditto in your boss's room or anywhere else, it will make a bad impression on you. So careful about such things. From this Ditto and pager, there is computer also. In modern terms, we are using this computer for the transferring our messages or for the video chats, and also for emailing and etc. So because we are nowadays we are able to access internet and the social networks through the computers also. In earlier times, we are using these computers only for the computation purpose. I mean the calculation for the calculation purpose only. So there are certain kinds of etiquettes that we have to follow while we are using the shared computers, the computers of the another person. So especially in the research, if you are working on a research paper or in a long project, you if it is a group work, you have to work on the another person's computers, or if we are sometimes we are using the other person's pen drives also. So the thing is, especially if you are using the computers, don't look the email that hasn't received by you or sent for you. So, and also if you are working in the another person's computer, never try to steal the another person's passwords without their permission, and don't use anyone's accounts, and also never try to open their screen names. Never try to see their screen names, and also without their permission don't do anything in another person's computer. And also while we are using this computers in a social settings, we have to careful about certain kinds of etiquettes. That is, what is there is on your screen while we are working on a computer. Just imagine the situation, you are working on a confidential work, or you are dealing with a confidential project that is given by your office. You have to be really careful about where you are sitting, who all are there surrounding you. And also you have to be careful about the uses of the Wi-Fi. As we know that in specific restaurants, also in some specific universities or offices are also providing the Wi-Fi connection. So always careful about whether the connected Wi-Fi is secure or not. Otherwise, there is a chance to lose your data from your mobile phone or your system. And also, do you have the name tag? You have to be you should have a specific answer for this question. If you have any answer for this question, please put in the comment box also. So do you have a name tag? That is, as we know that in textbooks or notebooks we have already written or not, because there is a name tag. If you are losing that, there is a high chance to get it back. So in the mobile phones and also the laptops and computers and also our Dittos, page, everything is our personal devices. We are also storing different kinds of informations in our mobile phones also. So always have a name tag on your devices. If you are losing the device, there is a chance to get it back soon. And also the etiquettes for the laptop also there. as we also mentioned about the computers, but what we have already mentioned in the computers, it's also applicable in the laptops also, because we can also access the emails and video chats and also chatting and posting and interacting through the social media through the laptops also. So laptops, it's also portable. It's a kind of portable device. So in a certain situations, like in office settings, if you are dealing with certain kinds of meetings, you can easily note down specific kinds of points what the boss or someone is doing. If you are talking with anyone, never open your laptops, because there is a chance to open your screen up and down. So if you are talking with someone else and your laptop screen is in an open manner, it shows that you are not interested to talk to them. So if you are interested to talk to the another person, please try to keep down your screens of the laptop. And also never type loudly, especially in office settings. If you are typing in a very broadly, it will make the another person also really uncomfortable. And also there are certain kinds of etiquettes for the mobile phone, especially nowadays everyone have the mobile phone in their hand. So without the mobile phone we cannot do anything, because most of the data transferring and the communication is happening through the mobile phones. So if you are using your mobile phone, you have to follow certain kinds of etiquettes, especially if you are dealing with another person. Never try to open the another person's mobile phone without their permission. And also keep your device case as formal as possible, because in the cases of the mobile phone and the laptop, people have the cases or the covers as per their interests. So try to make it as really formal. And also if you are talking if you are sending calls through the mobile phones, try to speak gently, because you have to be careful the other person who are sitting around you. And also the ringtone, you have to be really careful about the ringtone. If you have the very annoying and the disastrous ringtones in your mobile phone, it will make the another person, all those who are gathered there, really uncomfortable, and also it will earn a kind of bad impression on you. And the next one is Ethernet. And Ethernet is not, it's a kind of communication technology. It is an extra knowledge that is regarding the etiquette in communication. That is, Ethernet is a kind of way of connecting all computers together. It's a widely used method to keep the computers together. Another one is serial communication. In serial communication, we are transferring or communicating our information through the instruments, the devices and the instruments. And another one is text telephone. Text telephone is for the deaf people and those who are not able to hear what the other person is speaking. And it's also called as the telecommunication device. And it's just look like a small typewriter. It's permit to people to communicate by typing back and forth in convey certain kinds of messages. And also, while we are using this text telephone, we have to communicate very clearly. We have to convey our messages in a very precise and a perfect manner. It should be in a meaningful units. And also we have to respond very promptly, and there should be a proper beginning and should be a proper ending for the messages. And also while we are sending a messages through the text telephone, we also have to consider the recipient also. We have already discussed about various forms of netiquettes and etiquettes regarding this communication and technology. As we know that especially in this COVID and coronavirus situation, we already learned what is the importance of the communication through the social media and also through the technologies. So nowadays the technologies are emerging in a broad way. So we have to be really learned, and we have to be really aware about these kinds of things in our daily life, especially students and professionals. So thank you for watching my video.